Here it starts out, again, just using the website menu idea, just to give you the idea of how it's placed in there. Just a simple sans serif font for the title. Shows a little bit of the menu items, plus the menu kind of shown after the fact. This is with a text reader that'll print out the type so you don't have to retype it. And then just finding the page size so that you can manipulate the items, pasting the text in there, and then using the layout of doing the different scaling and the text items to place them into the right position, just to temporarily highlight them, get them in the right row order, and setting itself up. And then taking a little closer approach to the scaling of the size of these subtitles, changing the font attributes and the formatting, and just kind of placing it in there, trying to keep it all as one text box, and then putting the prices on the other side using the tabs onto the text. And that's just a little trick that makes it a little bit easier, and by trying to keep the items and the subtitle separate so that you can place them in there. So it's highly just the font of it is being used throughout the entire menu, and just giving you this overall look to it with a little texture in the background of this kind of a gradient drop shadow, just to simulate what it's going to look like for the different panels that we can then manipulate later for a little more of an artistic approach to it. So it's just kind of setting those in there. Again, just trying to place the submenu and the items below it using the tab key, and the kerning and tracking for setting the type. So primarily an entire typesetting menu project for you. And just getting used to it, using some of the tab right to left sections, placing everything in there, centering the type, using the kerning and the tracking to set those pieces up. Now I have two segments of the menu, front and back, probably the harder two sections aside from the cover, and just grouping those items together. Again, using the font with the text box, repasting it in there, posting it. Again, here's the typesetting section, Helvetica Light, which gives you a very thin stroke in their formatting. And each font seems to have enough different formatting options, and you can actually scale the size that you need and use that as the style with the eyedrop tool on a separate section of the text, which makes it a little bit easier. The pricing, again, here's the type with the tabs, here's the tabs themselves, and wherever you place them, they're going to, from right facing left all the way at the end, and that's going to allow you to hit the tab key and drop it right over. And that tab section fits right above every text box that you use. Just make that a little bit smaller and place dessert in there, give you that section. Here's the pre-formatted type. Just highlight what you need, copy it, paste it over here. See if that's going to do it. Take off the subtext. And again, you could use the eyedrop to click on it, and that should set everything in there for you. And then just take the text tool and go right next to the type and tabs. See it? Put it right on top. There's the tab. And that'll adjust it. These fit right at the top with that little magnet. Right to the side there if you need to. And this will adjust it from either side. So you just click and hit the tab key, and it shoots it all the way across without a leader, but that's what's happening. And then there you have that piece. So the entire menu again used with this section in order to create this piece.